often get people message me and ask me if I'm interested in furniture pieces. So I had this offer and I bought it for $25, and then I had a delivery fee which was about $45. So we're already in for about $70. So this piece has to be beautiful. It's on the dirty side and a little beat up, but it has good bones. So the top is super dirty. I love how big it is. The drawers are huge. It has some really cool knobs on it. There's a little veneer chipping. The major issue is there was a mirror on here. It must have been a really big mirror, obviously. So that's how it fit in, but we don't have the mirror. And also the piece that holds it is cracked, and I could fill it in and reconfigure this, but I think I'm just going to take that back piece off. It looks like it's going to come up easily because the screwdriver goes in the whole way across, but I don't want to force it and chop up the top of the dresser any more than necessary. So I continue to fool around with it. Finally, I turn the whole thing around, and eventually I realize there's a sweet spot that I can just hammer out and then it easily comes off. So I clean that top while I'm at it. Boy, there was something almost like mud on top of this. So this piece is going to require a real thorough cleaning in and out. I don't know whether there was something living in it at one point in time. I don't think it was that bad, but I think it may have been in a garage or something. Who knows? I did find some really old newspaper in it. I can't exactly see how old it is. The middle drawer didn't have any drawer stops, so I just took some shims and cut the ends off and glued them. I want to let the old grunginess and the style just inspire me. So I looked on Pinterest and I found this inspiration from sawdust and lace decor. And then this one is an unknown source, but I kind of like the difference of the top drawers to be a little bit different. And then this last one, I just love the grunginess of it, but it's from Carolyn Matajowski on Instagram. After even more scrolling, I found this from Inuit Design. This is kind of really where I'm at with this. But I think this piece will kind of be a marriage of all of these ideas and my own. The bottom two knobs on the dresser don't match. So I got these at Gabe's, and so that will provide a lot of color inspiration. I actually pulled some purples out to do this scheme, but now I'm back to the blues. So away we go. I have chosen Dixie Belle's Savannah Mist for the top part and Stormy Seas for the bottom part. I've also picked a few of their silkscreen stencils. I believe the one was in the Roses collection that we had before, but then the filigree set that is a newer release. So I just start out by using the Savannah Mist, and I'm using an oval medium brush that is pretty old and it's nice and fanned out and very soft, and I'm just kind of stippling on that paint. I'm not worried about bleed through with this old piece because remember, I'm going through for a grungy look, so if it does bleed through, that's only going to lend itself to the look that I'm going for. Who knows, it might come out more than I want it to in the end, but we'll take care of that when the time comes. So I'm just kind of using the same brush, blending and stippling, and just painting along as I go with the Stormy Seas color. Lots of times we speed things up, but I'm enjoying painting. It feels like I haven't for a while, and I'm kind of just slowing it down a little bit, just for my own pleasure. Obviously, I am painting in real time, but you folks don't have time for me to paint in slow motion. I just wanted to remind you to stop and smell the roses sometimes and enjoy doing what you're doing instead of making it a chore. And if it is a chore, then maybe you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. Little life advice there, unsolicited totally. So just painting away. Now I'm using the silkscreen stencil. This one I've used before, so it's not super sticky anymore, but that's okay, we'll manage. So I use the lighter color, the Savannah Mist, on the darker color, and I'm using that same brush. I kept it in a bag, so we're gonna put this on top of the Stormy Seas color. I am not going for perfection here. I want it to look grungy. When you're using a silkscreen stencil, there's no danger in the paint running under the stencil. So I'm very liberal with my paint. Now I'm using the smaller filigree stencil, and I am using the Stormy Seas on the Savannah Mist. On the sides, I'm using the larger motif in the filigree design. And I am concerned that it's going to be a little blocky. So you'll see the lines because it's small. I was going to use another filigree stencil, but I chose not to. So I just am going to work with it because don't forget we're going for the grungy look. So you can sort of see the squares in there, but I am using another brush with some Stormy Seas and just kind of going in and dabbing a little bit over my design. And I will be using some sandpaper as well. When you're done using the silkscreen stencils, you simply wash them and put them sticky side up to dry on paper towels. Then you can reattach them to the paper. Here's how it's looking, and I'm pretty pleased with it. But this is going to be a two-part because there's still a lot of decisions that need to be made. I need to bring in that grunge factor, which isn't really there yet. And I also need to make these handles look like they've been around for a while because they're a little too shiny. I need to decide what is going to happen with the feet and also with the top. Remember, in the top, I'm going to have to fill in that hole. So my guess is I'll probably end up doing a faux wood grain finish on this top. Make sure you come back next week to see the end result. Thank you so much for watching today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Find us on the web at statementdesigns.org and on social media as Statement Designs. Stay well.